or something.
Welcome everyone to Balls Deep. Oh shit, my voice is kind of messed up, man. But yeah, man, I'm a bit sick. Aldo has a kid, but his kid, and so it's gonna be possibly a quick stream, but we didn't want to skip it, so we're here now. Give me 1 second. Let me get everything adjusted. Okay.
Welcome, chat. We got Sahid Hussein, we got NKD, we got Alex, we got Marley up in here.
We got the whole gang here actually. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm trying to open the tab where I got the chapter up.
He keeps looking at himself on the stream.
Wow, I'm on TV.
He's future YouTuber, he's future ABD. Trust me.
Dapper. Okay, guys. Okay, so before we start the chapter, yeah, let's just like summarize what happened in the last. What's happening, Adil? Where we at?
Obviously Maru vs Yuji. Maru vs. Everyone keeps clowning me, saying I can't pronounce his name. It's Tsurugi, innit?
Yeah, Tsurugi.
And then Mahoraja Yuka situation.
Yeah. And basically a fight, innit? Bro, guys, I'm sick today, yeah, and Aldo got to summon him because it's gonna be a very tiresome stream, yeah. So give me 1 second. Wait, let me just put some nice tunes on so I can get into the zone. All right, guys. Nice, clear, obscure, dude. It's not. Wait. There you go. Now I can read properly. All right. Is that too loud? Boom. Alright, cool. Start. Alright, Jacka man. Trying to cope with fraud Yuta. Nah, bro. Yeah, I got the flu. Day Marley. It's just what it is. It's flu season. And yesterday's stream kind of burnt me out. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, so Tsurugi, we go to a flashback, and it says soon after Yuka was born, father disappeared. Oh my god, it's like this clan can't freaking escape the deadbeat allegations.
Yeah, we found out Maki and Yuta smashed at 29.
That's a good age,
and
man.
had the kid.
That's a great age to have kids. 29, man.
I think they probably got married, obviously, like 27 or something.
Yeah, likely, or maybe just they probably got married after having the kid. Who knows?
But that means they took like 10 years to confess their feelings to each other.
Or maybe they were going out and it wasn't like not stable, and then eventually became more stable halfway through. But anyway, soon after Yuka was born, so Tsurugi is already born. Tsurugi already has a relationship with his father, but Yuka comes into the picture, and then boom, daddy disappears. Yeah. For a time, I believe I became fiercely curious about what kind of person my father was. There was no particular reason. It's very much similar to Megumi's. I'm not gonna lie, straight off the bat, yeah. I'm like, when I got introduced to Tsurugi, he gave me that Megumi vibe. Didn't he? Was it just me? Like,
yeah, a little bit.
He gave me like Megumi vibes. He was already like dead, and it was already. It's like, I don't know. He just gave me Megumi vibes. And then he said my grandparents, Yuta and Maki, and my mother all seemed unwilling to talk about him. I secretly went around asking notable members of the Gojo family. Surprisingly enough, father was serious and diligent. They said he closely resembled my grandfather, Yuta. Oh my god, he does look like him. He's like a clone. That's a great freaking representation. Is that his mom? His mom is actually...
Yuta's genes too strong. Even the daughter, Yuka, looks exactly like Yuta.
Bro, that panel when she's
his
like
genes
defeated.
Are too strong, bro. The Gojo genes.
yeah. But perhaps that very diligence worked against him. Compared to the generation of my grandparents, he grew anguished and troubled by how little strength there was amongst the jujutsu sorcerers of his own generation, and one below it, and he eventually broke down. It's true, if you keep getting compared to the previous generation, it's like what Kakashi said here, the next generation will always be better, and that's what you're gonna assume, right? That's the most natural thing to occur. But in peaceful times, that's not always the case.
I think that's what JJK is addressing, that peaceful time creates weak men and hard times create strong men.
Exactly.
It's like a perpetual cycle, innit? We're living in that era ourselves right now.
So what do you think? Yeah, he just like, he saw his dad, he saw his I can't match my dad, I can't match Yuji.
I think the situation is that Yuta's son saw that, wait a second, he learned all the entire history, right?
My guy, Jushan just became a Wizard King again. Member for 26 months, my guy.
Well done,
double chapter.
I feel like Yuta's son basically he learned the history of the Sukuna and Culling game, and he realized if a Sukuna level threat comes again, we're cooked. We're all gonna die. There's no way we're gonna win. And because Hakari became special grade, Yuji special grade, Megumi special grade, Maki, Yuta, all of Gojo's students became special grade, and he's looking at himself saying, I was born with no technique or shit technique, and how am I gonna live up to that era? I can't. So then he got desperate, innit?
I got a hot take. I
think it makes perfect sense. He looks exactly like. Imagine
father,
you look exactly like Yuta, but everyone assumes you're Yuta. Oh, you're Yuta's son, and they're like, oh, but he's weak.
I got a hot take, yeah. So this is what I think. I think, yeah, 100% what you're saying is true. But some part of me feel like the generation, like the teachers in that generation, they didn't want to teach Jujutsu sorcery to the younger generation as they could, as much as they could. Like we got Gojo, you got Nanami, you got all of these OGs here trying to teach the younger generation how to be push them to the maximum potential, right? And obviously warring time against Sukuna, they had to quickly do a fast track hyperbolic time chamber type of training. But yeah, this guy doesn't have anything to fight against. He's just going to be there as a prestigious figure. Oh, you're the son of Yuta. Oh my god, are you strong as Yuta? You must be really strong. And then he's like, nah, I'm actually weak. That constant feeling of like underwhelmingness here that he's getting compared to some legend. And even Yuji's alive and it looks like him. Yuji is not too old. Yuji's like literally looks like his on the same how do you say it, like he's his peer. So he must feel so underwhelmed about his own potential. And it's not just his fault. He must be pissed against the Jujutsu society. They're not doing anything to they're just relying on Yuji. They're just saying, oh, Yuji's gonna handle it. They're not gonna push Yuta's kids to become any stronger. And I think that's getting to him. He's pissed. I think he's pissed.
No, I don't think it's just a society. I think it's the genes he inherited.
You think he inherited shit genes?
The chapter.
Let's continue.
Yeah, just read.
Just before his disappearance,
he was disappointed that his son was heavily restricted, and Yuka was born with no technique.
I told you we had homely restriction. And okay, let's continue. Look, so just before his disappearance, a maid witnessed father confronting a man with a scarred, that's obviously Yuji, scarred face who was wearing a hood. There is no clear context or certainty, but the man is said to have told father this. It doesn't matter. That's what you just like saying. Why did father disappear not after I was born,
I think,
but after Yuka was born?
So what? Everyone's confused of what he discussed with Yuji and why he got angry. I think this is what pushed Yuta's son to do something stupid and evil, because he probably said to Yuji, bro, we're not strong enough to handle another Sukuna threat, and then Yuji probably thinks this is responsibility as the strongest to deal with it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then I think Yuji also probably realized that the sorcery world balances itself out anyway, because remember when Gojo was born, curses got stronger too, right?
Yeah.
And then because Yuji is around, curses are going to get stronger and he has to deal with them. And if curses end up being stronger, then a sorcerer, because it's a perpetual cycle, a sorcerer will eventually rise up that will meet up the requirements to deal with that threat anyway. Like his generation all became special grade because Sukuna existed. They all had to fight Sukuna, so they all trained.
Yeah, the world balances itself.
I think that's why Yuji said to him, look, it doesn't matter, you're overthinking it.
I feel like in this case it's double entendre. It's entendre. Yes, it doesn't matter because society's like it's not the same as it was back in my days. That's what he's saying. But at the same time, he's like, I'm here. Like you guys are not needed. I'm fighting, so you guys don't need to fight. Like my purpose of existing right now, my curse which I have, which is not allowing me to die, is so at least you guys don't need to put yourself in a battlefield and deal with this shit which I'm have to deal with.
I think so,
it actually sounds kind of harsh what he's saying. It doesn't matter.
He's probably saying, look, man, just let your kids live a normal life.
Yeah, and that makes sense because the world of like a lot of people don't know how bad it can. Look what he had to see Nanami die in front of his eyes. He saw Nobuta's face get freaking like messed up. He saw some shit in his life that a normal child should not see. So he's like, I don't want your kids to see this shit. I don't want you to see this. You should live a normal life. So he said it doesn't matter. Just be yourself and do the best you can. And look, he's saying look, Yuka. So Tsurugi didn't have he had family restriction and he was there, right? But until Yuka was born, when he found Yuka obviously had the 10 shadow technique, and then he disappeared. He's like, oh shit, why did he do that? Why did he disappear when he found out that Yuka had 10 shadows? Was it because he's like Tsurugi's like his job was done?
No, I don't think Yuka was born with the 10 shadows. I think my theory is gonna come true.
But look, he says she was in the chapter. Look, see, look, why did father disappear?
I think the father is the reason she got 10 shadows. I think he used Mahito to give her brain cancer.
But look what happened over here. Why did father not disappear after I was born, but after Yuka was born? It seems the presence of absence of cursed energy cursed technique amongst the siblings is related. Yeah, but look, how he judged that is unknown. But when Yuka was born, father felt that his role was over. So he's trying to say she was born, she has a technique, I'm gonna go now. If I had possessed...
I don't think Yuka had the sorcery brain.
But look, but Tsurugi thinks she did. Because look,
interlinked. That's why Mahito showed up again in the sequel.
Maybe, but look what Tsurugi is saying.
I tweeted about it. It's all on the tweet.
But I'm saying Tsurugi thinks she did. Because look what Tsurugi said. If I had possessed the cursed technique, would Yuka never be born? Because he's like, look, Yuka was born just for the sake of pushing a cursed technique into existence. If Yuka hadn't...
think about it in the father's perspective, he would want his children to be born with 6 eyes or limitless.
I know, but that's what he's questioning.
10 shadows.
But that's what he's saying. He's saying that...
Yeah, so I'm saying that Yuka, their father purposely implanted the 10 shadows into Yuka.
When she was a baby?
Yeah.
And then left.
I don't think
because
Yuka
it was
was
cursed.
born. I think Yuka has... I tweeted about it, just read my tweet.
But look, but why did Tsurugi say this?
How is Yuka have brain cancer? Yuka has brain cancer
I get that, but why did...
made a fucked up deal.
But why did Tsurugi say this? If Yuka had not had a cursed technique, would our father never have disappeared? So he's questioning that, look, when the moment Yuka was born and she had a cursed technique, my father disappeared. But if she didn't have a technique, would he not disappear? Is it linked to her technique? So why is he saying that unless Yuka was born with that technique? Now, what does this mean? If Yuka had not had a cursed technique, would our father never have disappeared? How do you understand that?
I think you've misinterpreted it. I think you've done it wrong.
Okay, you read it. You tell me. You read it. And you tell me what you...
I think he passed on generational trauma. I think this is what the manga is about. The storytelling is about generational trauma. Maru has generational trauma from his father, and Gege is making a parallel between these twins having generational trauma from their own father, passing on his curse onto them. And this guy's belief of wanting to create strong sorcerers was passed on by him doing a stupid vow, by forcing a technique upon her brain, by using...
No, I agree. It could be.
And then Yuka has brain cancer now because of it, and she's dying.
I agree. It could be because of that, but I do think she was born with the technique because of this statement. Unless I'm reading it wrong. You read this and you...
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Yuka was born with the 10 shadows, but you have to have a sorcery brain to actually use it, right? But she didn't have the brain for it. And Kenjaku's, the Mahito's, and then their father must have realized that and went and made a deal with Mahito, or somehow got a hold of him to communicate, because Mahito lives in the realm, in the cursed realm. He's not actually fully dead, and he probably told him activate her brain so that the 10 shadows can actually be used. I do agree. I think she was born with the 10 shadows, and he realized that, but she didn't have the brain to use it, so he altered her brain. Because remember, Sukune said that the cursed techniques are in the prefrontal cortex. Yeah. So I don't think she had it. And then when you look at her brain scan, it's literally there. She's dying of brain cancer where the cursed techniques reside. So I feel like her brain, the father, Iori, he must have done something that manipulated her brain and caused her own death and demise, to be honest. But he made... It's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like, he made her strong.
So basically, he knew, obviously, the moment she was born, she had a cursed technique, and then he disappeared. That's all we know for now, right? And the idea is like, why was the brain different? And you're saying that that is because of the dad. The dad is so desperate for the sorcery to prevail, to become. So he's like, you know what? Let me make a pact with the devil. Somehow he contacted Mahito, and through that he managed to use Mahito's technique and change her brain. Is that what you're saying?
Yusuf, go on our Twitter. I put all the panels.
Let's go on. Because I'll tweet this out. Let me read this out, so I can understand.
Like, there's so much evidence. Remember, look. Remember Kenjaku? He used Mahito's idol transfiguration for the culling game. He made normal people evolve by changing their brains to gain techniques. Like Higuruma. Look at Higuruma. He had a cursed technique, but he didn't have the brain for it. But then Kenjaku marked him and changed his brain.
You know, I agree. I think that's a great possibility. I do think that makes sense. That my guy will go so far to do that. But what I don't how do you say it?
I think he did it after he had the argument with Yuji. He had the argument with Yuji. Yuji shut him down, saying, "No, it don't matter. Shut your mouth." And then he resorted to something stupid. And Yusuf, look, that would if he made that deal, that literally explains why he left the family.
But I agree with this, yeah, but to some degree, because I don't know how he's gonna contact Mahito from the dead, yeah, or from his point of like he's in the world where he's just like he's gonna be reincarnated, waiting for Yuji to come because Yuji promised him I'm gonna be there. We know that, right? But at the same time, I don't understand how he's gonna talk to him. Why would he talk to Mahito after like?
We know Mahito exists, Yusuf. He literally appeared in the sequel.
No, I know he exists, but we know where he is right now because we know he's not in the world. He's in the limbo. He's basically in the world where
he's not. Mahito's in the curse realm, and you can still communicate in the curse realm, like Kenjaku did. Kenjaku literally communicated to Yuji's friends in the dream world. Look, I'll send you the panel.
But why do you think it's in the curse world?
I can't believe chat thinks I'm making up bullshit. This makes so much sense.
No, I agree with you too. I do think she messed with the brain, but I don't know Mahito's involved.
I'm gonna send you the panel. Look,
I don't think he's gonna work.
Talk to those people.
Yeah.
Kenjaku talked to Yuji's friends in the curse realm, and he was like touching.
That was his barrier, no?
And remember Kenjaku said to the girl, he said, he was thinking about activating her curse mark to change her brain to participate in the culling game, and she said no, I don't want to participate, and he left her.
No, I'm trying to say that Mahito right now
being friends with my son.
No, right now this is not the curse realm, is it? Like what? Look at this panel, which I'm not on.
Bro, everyone's saying I can't remember.
No, look, let me read it. So Sukuna, so he says to Sukuna, you got here first, huh? And then Sukuna says, oh, you're here? Is this the third time you talked? And he said, because my curse technique affects the soul, this is kind of the residue. Sorry, the residue of that. This place is a passageway of the circulation of souls. So it's not the curse realm, it's the limbo, where the souls remain until they're ready to reincarnate.
Mahito can affect anyone's souls. Why can't he affect Yuka's soul if you communicate with him?
I think
Kenjaku literally proved that you can communicate with people in this realm.
In this realm? But I think this realm was only people who are dying.
In management, look at the panel.
Okay, let me look at this panel.
Remember, he talked to Yuji's friends and he said that, thank you for being friends with my son, and do you want to participate in the culling game? They said, no, I don't want to participate.
Guys, let me show you what I was referring to.
He said this is the rift between dreams and reality.
But dreams and reality is not the same world as Mu. This is not, because they're not dead. They're asleep.
Okay, so where do you think the story is going? How do you think Yuka got brain cancer somehow?
Okay, so basically what you're saying, I do think, yeah, there's some merit to it, but I don't think Mahito's involved in that. I think he maybe did a binding vow.
Why would they show Mahito again in the sequel?
Because Tsurugi was about to die. He was like in limbo. He was healing, and his brain was basically hovering between life and death, and then he woke up. Obviously, he didn't die, but at that moment,
why would Mahito say, oh, I was
he thought it was Yuji. He was trying to look for a sorcerer.
No, it could be Yuji, but it could be this Iori guy as well.
You think he's waiting for Ori to come back so he can make a deal with the devil and come back like that? I don't know. I don't think Mahito's involved in this transaction. I do think what you're saying could be, there's a merit to it. I do feel Iori made a deal or made a binding vow to make the daughter have the curse technique. And then he disappeared. Because why did he disappear? Like, it looks suspicious, right? So yeah, maybe he is involved in her having the curse technique, and in effect.
That's saying I'm overthinking it. I can't believe it. I think this theory is so solid. I think this is one of the best theories we've ever made.
But the only problem I have with this theory,
I don't understand how this theory connects to and all the themes of what Gege is trying to write in the story about generational trauma being passed down.
No, I agree with that. But Mahito's not.
Chase strength.
But Mahito and the world that Kenjaku's in is two different worlds.
But Yusuf, how else are you going to explain how Yuka got brain cancer and dying at 16, and how did she end up specifically with the 10 shadows when her father was chasing strength? And it seems way too coincidental.
This is how I see it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think like.
And why would Yuji say it doesn't matter then and all that stuff?
I think Yuji said it doesn't matter. This is my take. Yuji said it doesn't matter because he's alive and he's immortal, and he's like, as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna be dealing with this shit. You guys don't need to worry about it. You guys need to live in peaceful times. Yeah, I don't want you to be part of this shit. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's one. That's number one. Second point I want to say is that I do agree with you. I think there's a possibility that the dad definitely saw the daughter have the 10 saw the daughter has a potential for 10 shadows, and it didn't work, and then he did a binding vow on her brain. Yeah, but I don't think he used Mahito's technique or made a deal with Mahito for this reason, because think about it, look how quick this.
Oh, so you think okay, so you're saying that's a good way. We should put that in the review.
Yeah,
you're saying that Mahito's not involved, but he did a binding vow on her brain to activate the technique.
Okay, let me give you another example. You remember Kenjaku?
He gave her cancer.
Yeah, Kenjaku, was able to obviously they used idol transfiguration for this, and they needed Mahito. But I get your point. Kenjaku was able to make the sorcerers, dormant sorcerers, into sorcerers, and non-sorcerers into sorcerers by changing their brain, right? But I think using the studying about because he's so weak, he's living his life. He studied a way to do it himself, maybe through his technique or maybe through another technique. I don't know how yet, but he must have done it himself or through another means. I don't think Mahito's involved. Mahito is in a different world than the world that Kenjaku was. This world that you see in Kenjaku, this is basically based on his barrier and his technique. This is not the purgatory that we see Mahito in.
Yusuf. I'm telling you, this chat. Let me tell you how this connects with the story even more. Yeah. Mahito literally said, "I'm born. I feed on human insecurities and transgressions." What's this? The father has the literal insecurity of chasing strength. He's saying that we're weak. We need to be stronger for the next threat that comes. He would have preyed on the father's insecurities and he transgressed. It literally, I'm telling you, it connects so
unless if you're saying that Mahito is back,
Mahito could have appeared in his dreams.
So okay, fine. You're trying to say Mahito is back, and then he made it somehow was able to transfigure a live human being, which is Yuka, from where he is. Yeah, why can't he do to other people like Yuta? Oh, sorry, like Yuta.
No, I think the father had to make a deal, like a binding vow. That's why, and that explains why the father left as soon as she was born. It's like you know that story. There's that famous story, Yusuf, man. What is it? That guy that wanted to learn magic from the devil, and he learned it, and in the end, he had to lose his children.
Yeah, but I don't think Mahito's the devil in this case. I think he found another way. I generally don't think it's gonna be Mahito. The reason why, I think if Mahito done it, then she would be still alive, because Mahito can perfectly make her be able to do it. And we know that because he made what's that Tsurugi's Megumi's sister? What's her name again? I forgot her name, man, but you know who I'm talking about, right? And Megumi's sister, she became Sumiki, right? She became into a fully fledged sorcerer. A lot of sorcerers were made into fully fledged sorcerers, and I don't think they got any drawbacks because of that. He can make your body and your soul so intertwined where I think he can heal her. This brain tumor, I think Mahito can heal her.
No, Mahito can heal it too.
Yeah. So why would he be able to make her?
I'm gonna connect it even more.
Go on.
Remember, Mahito said he can even fix heavenly restriction.
That's exactly my point. I'm trying to say Mahito can do things to the body where it can change his, like he offered Mekamaru to heal his body, right? He can do things to the body where it can heal them, right? So how can, if he made her be able to use the technique, why would it have a drawback like brain cancer? Why would it do that when he done it perfectly? Like it wouldn't have any drawbacks.
Talking about Mahito's evil as shit. Of course he would give her brain cancer.
But I don't know. Then you're trying to say he made two.
And think about it, Yusuf. Remember when they do the brain scan, right? What did the doctor said? He said we can't even figure it out. There's no solution to your brain cancer. We have no medicine. Why is that? Because Mahito affected the soul. Boom, chat. I think. Let's go on that panel now.
Okay, let's go.
The doctor said there's no cure for this. We don't know what's going on. The doctors can't figure it out because Mahito has shaped her soul to have the cancer.
But you're trying to say at this point she had the cancer, like right at this point, very moment.
Let's go on the brain scan. Look.
Wait, I think it was chapter 10 or 7 on. Which was that? 8?
I think it was chapter 6.
Okay. I think I'm not gonna. I do agree that the dad could have been involved somehow, but I don't know about Mahito being involved. It just seems a bit far fetched. Anyways, let's see what the dad said.
Mahito being involved makes this sequel even more good because it connects to Yuji. Remember, what did Yuji say, guys? What did Yuji say? Change your name, change the era, change your form. I will always kill you. Guess what? 68 years later, Mahito vs Yuji round 3, bruh.
Okay, let me just let's read it.
Mahito's deal with him could have been like, I'm gonna incarnate back faster.
Look, this is what she says.
Oh my god, I'm cooking so hard.
This is why.
I can't believe you, chat. You're not been agreeing with me.
I think it's good theory. I just don't know Mahito's involved. Look what she says. I never even heard of these illnesses before.
The Yuji vs Mahito, the parallels. Oh my god. Yuji said, "I'll kill you no matter what era you come back in." Boom, Mahito comes back. He's involved in the Dabura shit. Oh my god.
Maybe you're right. Maybe somehow Mahito, yeah, like you said, he's getting stronger and stronger, and he's ready to get reincarnated, and therefore his line between our reality and obviously the world of Mu, yeah, is so thin where he can interact with this world. Maybe I don't know, but we know he did contact Tsurugi. We know the same chapter that he was shown, she was revealed to have brain cancer, and she had second opinion, and then they didn't say that they don't understand it. They just said,
the brain cancer.
I'm on it. Look, this is what they said. They said, I couldn't really follow what he's saying. I never even heard of this illness before. That's not
See?
So it's not cancer. I heard that's common amongst Earthlings. I don't know. It's a malignant tumor.
They can't figure it out. You said.
No. They didn't say they can't figure it out. She's like she doesn't understand it. And then
they said those headaches aren't normal.
Then they said, let's say no. She said it's a malignant tumor different from cancer. The problem is that it's in my brain. I figured those headaches wasn't normal. That's what she said. I figured. Only 6 months to live is pretty harsh. She didn't say they didn't figure it out. And secondly, the reason why they can't heal her, it was revealed that they don't have any good healers. They don't have anyone that can do RCT. It was in chapter 14 when they revealed that.
But she's going to a normal doctor, isn't it?
Yeah, but even within the JUJUTSU society, they don't have someone that can use RCT to heal her. And if they do use RCT, because of the mutation of the cell, it won't really heal her anyways.
I'm gonna tweet that, Yusuf. I don't care, man. Chat's agreeing with me now. I got chat on my side now.
Okay,
I'm gonna tweet that shit. I'm telling you, this is connect. Yusuf, you know how much peak fiction that's gonna be. That line. You know how important that line was when Yuji's... Oh my god, that was such a profound moment for Yuji when he said, no matter what, yeah, Mahito, I'm you. No matter what era, no matter this, that. And if you think about it, chat, Mahito's story arc isn't even finished, because guess what Mahito said to Sukuna at the end of JJK? He said, oh no, I'm the only spoiled brat left here, because even Sukuna changed as a person. Mahito hasn't changed as a person, but Yuji has kept on developing. If Yuji vs Mahito happens again, Yuji has to give him the new life lesson and tell him, look, you're finished for good. Like, because when Yuji said, I am you, Mahito, you're right. But then later on at the end of JJK, he realized, no, I was wrong. I'm not Mahito. I actually learned what it means to live and what our role is. I'm not a cog in the machine. Remember, Mahito taught Yuji that I'm a cog in the machine. But Yuji at the end of the JJK said, no, we're not cogs in the machine. We choose our roles. Right? And then, so this connects to the story. Oh my god, it's cooking up a firestorm.
Bro, if no, I'm not gonna lie, if you got this, yeah, you some next level brain balls deep shit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, you heard it here, y'all said it here first time. He can't even convince me, yeah, so I'm saying if he can somehow wrap this around his head, yeah, then I mean.
But that line,
yeah.
Yusuf.
Yeah.
No matter what era you come back in,
yeah.
No matter what
I believe he's coming back.
What name, I'm gonna kill you again.
Yeah, I believe he's coming back. I want him to come back too. I think Yuji will probably find him again, and it makes sense. It's so coincidental that if Mahito come back, yeah, Yuji's curse where he can't even die. I mean, he's immortal, really, right? And he can't age of old age. So I like that. I like that little promise that he made is gonna come true. But him being involved in Yuka's death, they have to explain that, man. Right now he's in the world of Mu. I mean, him interacting with the real world without any some next level hacks. I don't know how. They probably have to explain that. Right now, yeah, it's definitely, to me, is reaching as well. King Ghost said it's reaching. I think to me it's kind of reaching. I do think the dad may be involved in her having the curse technique though. Just shouting out to that bit. That makes sense to me. Mahito bit is a bit far-fetched. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah? If Yuka had not had a curse technique, would our father never have disappeared? I thought this story must not be known to Yuka, but she's smart. Probably Yuka would. Yeah. And then we go back to the fight. As usual, I don't get it. Isn't a technique, right? It's a technique, right? And then boom, my guy gets sliced up, man. Maru's like freaking rinsing out. This guy's a swordsman. They're both warriors. This panel goes so hard. Bruh, this panel goes so hard, although what the heck?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tsurugi is like getting beaten up, man. This time, heaven and earth. He tries to do his technique. Will be broken back to the original state. Okay, no, okay, never mind. My guy, yeah, I think he snapped his... Oh my god, that was a sick technique. He puts his blade in the middle of Maru's blade, and then he flips it, so he just disarms him. and then Maru is disarmed now, and then bro, this is a good fight right here. It's a swordsman fight, but now
it's peak. Yusuf, in it, the paneling's better than One Piece.
It's sick. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but Oda's a different art style, and it's hard. I get it. Some people are, when it comes to fighting, it's hard for him to do.
Guys, you see that?
You have to. No, don't bring out Oda, bro. Oda's sick. All right, come back to this. Yeah. So Tsurugi and Maru, yeah, they get this moment when they don't have any blades no more. So now they're going to hand, and then Maru's like, I might have won. Tsurugi's like, maybe, but if there's even 1% chance that Yuka can be saved, then I'll bet on that. Just like you, I'll bet on that. Just like you. Boom! And they just, this is like a 1-inch punch. My guy Maru just busted him. Yeah, he just went flying into the building. Maru's become.
That panel.
Look at that.
So
he's like Goku floating up in the sky. The cars, everything's levitating. His gravity power unlocked.
I didn't understand. I think this is mistranslation. I didn't understand this part. This time, heaven and earth will be broken back to the original state. What does that mean?
Wait, let me go back to that. Where is
I think it's a mistranslation, chat.
Wait, this time, heaven and earth will be broken back to the original state. I think he's trying to disarm, how do you say it, Maru's technique, because he can bend reality. So when he said this time, I think that's his technique. Yeah, will be broken back to the original state. Yeah, right. But it isn't. He failed because everything is still like upside down here. You get it? Right. Anyway, so boom.
And what do you think they're saying here about the gambling? I might have won, maybe. I think it's to do with the theme of gambling in the original JJK. Because remember, original JJK was all about gambling too.
It's about putting your bets on...
Gambling on your ideals.
Yeah. It could be. Look, he said, I might have won.
I'm telling you guys, I'm not even trying to glaze. I was telling Yusuf off stream, right? I'm not even glazing, yeah? This manga is perfection. This is 10 out of 10. This might be one of the best sequels of all time I've ever seen on a manga, bro. Like this manga is 10 out of 10 for me.
No, I agree, man.
I don't see any flaws in this manga. Like, it's connected to every bloody plot point of the original manga. Like, and also, you know what it did right compared to other sequels is like it still hyped up the original MCA. Like Yuji
is so glazed. Oh my god.
To such a point. If Yuji don't appear in this manga, I'm gonna crash out.
He has to, man, at this point.
Hyped too much.
Unless he's playing a long game and he said, you know what, I'm gonna make a sequel after this as well. And he just drops Yuji. And one where Yuji's involved and Mahito comes back. All of that bullshit happens. But right now this is like crazy. Like you got Maru, he's just on another level. He made Tsurugi look fodder. Tsurugi's like crashed out, yeah, literally. He might just threw some cars and like trucks and buses on him. Tsurugi's dying here, and he's thinking back, yeah. If you're born,
you know what I love, yeah, that paneling, yeah. Look at Mahito's expression. You can see the remorse, the empathy, the regret. He doesn't want to kill his friend.
Yeah, this is hard. Both of them are fighting for the siblings.
And Yusuf, Maru must be special grade. He's blown up an entire building. This is special grade level.
He's definitely special grade. But to be fair, yeah, like I know they just saw his first, and saw him against the old man, and they said his first grade 1. But I don't think he was even going full out. Like he wasn't controlling his power. He was kind of like in a state where he couldn't control himself. So with his mindset and his battle IQ, I think he's special grade. Anyways, my guy says, yeah, if you're born.
Chat, I agree with you, chat. Chat, do you think Maru is special grade?
But to be honest, yeah, maybe.
Oh my god, the poll is so split. They're 50-50.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, that's the Mahito one. But you know, with Maru, yeah, I can't lie to you. I do think, yeah, like maybe he's not special grade. Maybe just below special grade.
Why?
Because let's be real here, yeah. Like I know he's crazy, he's busting up the buildings.
He's a twin. But Yusuf, he made an interstellar ship, man, out of nothing with his technique.
No, he didn't.
Maru made the ship, man.
Who did make the ship?
Yusuf's trolling.
I'm not. What are you talking about?
Maru's the one that made the nuanced ship, man, that with his technique.
So
how is that not special grade level?
Okay, let me explain how I understood the technique here. I mean, the ship being created. I think in chapter 10, the ship there was such a pure amount of Maru ores, like this bit. Yeah.
Yeah, he converted the Maru into a ship.
Yeah. But what he did is, yeah, it wasn't his technique, because we know the enemies, the Duskuntins, are using it.
They said that in chapter 11, 12 or something.
I think he made it out of his intentions. So his intentions was able to control the accumulation of the ores.
Tsurugi confirmed. Chat, am I being stupid? I saw Maru and Cross made the ship.
No, I know they made the ship, but with the walls, right? It was big, not because of they transformed the ship into what they wished, their dream. Because look what Maru did. Maru held his hands over
how
here.
Is that not special
look,
grade?
he's a kid because they're using the oars. It's like if you got, let's say you've got an energy source, right? And the energy source has the power to transform into one form of energy into something else. He all he did was took the wish
right,
of.
You might be right actually.
Yeah.
And to be honest, yeah, if, you can't be special grade if you don't have domain expansion.
Yeah, and look at him. He's a kid at this point, yeah, and he's obviously.
You know what? Yeah, Maru would just lose if you have domain expansion.
Hey guys, just to go over this chapter, yeah. So over here, yeah, Maru's like everyone's so depressed and sad, and they found the oars, right? And Maru, all he does is touches it, and right now he's thinking of Daru. Daru, yeah.
But you know how Maru's technique works. Even if you do domain expansion on him, he breaks the laws of physics? He would just break your barrier, no?
Yeah. But
yeah, I don't think domain expansion really would work well against Maru.
Again, it depends, because I think if you got someone like Sukuna who has a barrierless domain, so it depends on the actual technique. But look, let me come back to this here. Look, this is a mass amount of ores, which is pure. It's the purest ore that my guy Daru has been collecting for ages. All I see my guy doing, yeah, look, Maru has the vision. Look what he says. It's not a waste at all. Just like the candle, this is the path forwards left to us, Romulans by Dura. Yeah. So he's thinking this can create a better future. He doesn't know any techniques at this point. He doesn't know like all of his technique he learns later on. He trains, right? He's a kid at this point. Maybe he knows a bit here and there, but I don't think he's doing this on his own. He's actually channeling his wish and dreams, and he's pushing it onto the ores, and the ores are activating because they're so pure. They're the purest ores, man, and that's why they were getting massacred because of these fuel. And then that fuel, yeah, it takes his wish, it takes his technique into making things, yeah, and it exacerbates it. It basically creates a whole mothership. And look what he says, something like that doesn't exist. Look, so all that, and I don't even think he made a ship, because he doesn't know how a ship works. He doesn't know how the intricacy of a ship. All he's thinking about, oh, we need to go to search for someone else, get out of here. And just that idea of getting out into space, that creates the ship. Yeah, you understand? It's not him actually making the ship. And that's why, you get it. So let's go behind it. Let's find the neighbors. This is not his technique per se. This is just the oars, and that's why the oars come together.
No, that's where you've got it wrong now.
Yeah, so the oars come together.
It is his technique, but he's using external curse energy to pump his technique up, isn't it?
I don't know. Apart from this, I haven't seen him turn.
If they reviewed, bro, go on chapter 12 or something. They confirmed it was Maru.
I know.
He literally admits it. That great.
No, he created with his wish, though. I don't think it was a technique that he can do it with anything else.
Oh my God, Yusuf, man, go on chapter. What chapter?
What chapter was it?
Was it 12?
I'm on chapter 12 now. Look over here. It said the spaceship worked using cursed energy. Yeah. Where did it say that he created it? I know that Maru created it because of his dreams, his wish to go to what? Where it says?
No, Suguri confirms it was chapter 13.
14. Umira says 14. Umira said 14. Why did this happen? Cross and it was Cross wanted fight. Cross. Cross was searching for the wisest decision, putting Rummel first, and at the end. Okay, where did it say that his technique created it? I know he created it by his wish, right? But where did his technique made it? That's what I want to know. Maybe he does have is a chapter 13. Let's go to chapter. Oh, sorry, my bad. 14. Let's go 14. There is. Speed running was rigid. Blah blah blah. Where am I missing, guys?
Yeah, it was 14, Yusuf. There you go. Go down.
There is. Look, Mul is a special ore that can convert curse energy into all forms of energy. Is a very valuable source of. Okay, Dura said the conflict. I read that. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I think it's the way. I know what you guys are referring to, but the way I understood it was their wish turned it into spaceship.
Yusuf,
but was it? Maybe it was
technique.
technique. Okay, let me see it.
The chat's saying technique too.
I might have read it wrong. So that makes a difference.
Moody and elephant.
Wait. I might have read it wrong. Where does it say technique? Am I seeing it wrong? Maru, did you do that?
Yeah,
why did you
down,
protect us?
Maru admits it.
Wait. My father was this. Cross. Okay. Something blah blah blah. There is. How did they construct the spaceship? Yeah. It's capable of carrying 50,000 people. Even if it's powered by cursed energy, could the Romanian tribe really be capable of creating such a sophisticated? And even if it was possible with their technique, there's no way they had enough time. After all, Romanian took to build a canal. Something irregular, unforeseen must have been at work here. It was you, wasn't it, Maru? The spatial analysis from Mul. Mul doesn't just respond to curse energy, but a curse technique as well. Oh, okay. And the Sumerian made it all the way to Earth because a single Jujutsu sorcerer's technique, right? Ah, okay. I misunderstood it. It wouldn't have worked with ordinary Mul. The Mul Dura left.
Do you know what I think is going to happen, Yusuf? So, you know this Maru vs. Rika fight, right? Rika's going to body Maru. Maru feels some resentment. But guess what? Tsurugi's not going to kill Maru. He's going to stop Rika from killing his friend. Then they're going to come to an agreement and they're going to say, come, let's go save my sister. They're going to get Yuji by using harmony, by using Sukuna's finger. Boom. They find Yuji. Then they go. Now you're probably wondering how they're going to travel to there so quick. So they're going to use the Newark ship, interstellar travel. Boom. Teleport to Shinjuku. Boom. They're going to be right in front of Yuka in the fight. Yuji gonna dash into that fight, bro. Boom!
Nah, I like that. So you're saying they're gonna stop fighting. But you don't think Yuji's gonna come and stop shit?
Save Yuka, bro.
So you don't think Yuji's gonna come and stop shit? Or maybe the Romelian's gonna say, don't kill...
I think Yuji doesn't even know this shit's going down.
Yeah, he might not be interested.
I don't think Yuji thinks this stuff's going down. I don't think he... I think they have to find him.
If they do that, I like that. Do you know why? Because then what's happening? Remember Megumi failed to save his sister, right? Megumi is like the failure. I don't want to say it, but he failed at everything. But if Tsurugi manages to save his sister, it's like in a way Gege is trying to write a story where one brother failed, but another brother succeeded because of the, you know, it doesn't always have to. It's like a parallel. So I like that. And shout out to chat. Yeah, okay. So I misunderstood it. So he's like elephant actually explained it really well. He was charging the rocks full of his curse energy to be with harmony, his technique harmony. Because technique harmony could find something, which I guess somehow he had a wish to make to go somewhere, and it came into existence. But he says it wasn't just him; it was him and cross the technique together.
If you're cooking with that sister parallel,
yeah, I think. Yeah, we should definitely do that. Put that out.
Write that down. We should put that in the review.
And Tsurugi is very much like Megumi, isn't it? Have you noticed?
You know what's crazy about this sequel? Every passing chapter, it just gets better and better.
Yeah, and the thing about it, Tsurugi...
The pacing's so good.
Parallel.
I don't see this manga slowing down. It's like... I think Gege is just like... I think because he doesn't have to draw anymore, he's spending more time on plot.
And you know what's funny though? I don't want to add more to this here. You know how Tsurugi, right, lost his dad, well his dad became a deadbeat, right? And then you also got someone like Megumi also has a deadbeat dad. They both got that same parallel at the same time. Obviously one has 10 shadows, one has a heavenly restriction. But the reality is this here, they both were fatherless. But one person became, their relationship with the sister is very different. But at the same time very similar. You get it? I think you're right, he's gonna end up saving Yuka. I think he's gonna succeed. And that's what I want to see. Anyway, let's continue reading, yeah? We're back.
He smashes
Tsurugi. Tsurugi is basically pummeled in, and then he's like, if you're born with something great and can die with great death, sure, that's something to be proud of. Oh, okay. By the way, guys, this kind of reminds me of Yuji's how do you say it? Yuji's freaking curse that his grandpa left him, to die with something great, or at least have someone around you when you die in it. And that's technically a great death. Sure, that's something to be proud of, but I can't accept that. Even if it was ordinary, even if it was vague, as long as his life and his everyday existence was somewhere out there, that would have been enough for me. Just that. Let me read that again. As long as his life and his everyday existence was somewhere out there, that would have been enough for me. Just that. Grandpa? Oh shit! This is sick! Because remember, he's actually really tight with his grandparents, right? Obviously, he's very close to Maki, but without a dad, yeah, I guess his grandparents gave him extra love. Ardo tweeted about that as well. Yeah?
I'm back.
And this relationship, look, he's thinking about he's thinking about Yuta, and then he says, Grandpa, this is the worst. You really took after that woman. But since it's Yuta's request, I'll help you. Say I accept. I think he's talking about Maki, right? He's talking about Maki when he said you took after that woman. But since it's Yuta...
yeah, obviously, because Rika doesn't like Maki, isn't
yeah, man cheated on Rika, but why are you doing that, bro? No, but Rika, to be honest, yeah, this ain't the same Rika exact human essence. Is the remnants of the curse. But I guess he's obsessed with Yuta, innit? Say I accept, and you think you can win with that, like that? Foolish question. I accept. Oh my god, this is actually peak. What the frick? Maru's like, what the heck? I just beat you, man. You should be dead. You should be dead. What?
And you know, Rika has RCP, bro.
This is funny as heck. Cursed energy? This can't be true.
Bro, this manga is like...
Hey, I've been telling you guys from day one, yeah. Remember, like, I was saying I'm doing clickbait, but remember the first two panels, I'm like, bro, Tsurugi's gonna be the most OP person once he unlocks Rika, because he's gonna be heavily restriction power, plus with cursed energy.
He doesn't want Rika, though, you said.
I know, but he has her, innit? It's not his choice. Bro, he's so OP. Bloody hell, he's probably going to be he's actually a special grade. Because I don't understand, yeah. Maybe he doesn't have the full power of Toji.
But Yusuf, in it, this is the best sequel.
Yeah, it is. It's so good, man. I'm so happy Gege did this for us. Gege, man, he blessed us. Oh,
this
shit.
sequel has everything. It has the story. It has the message. It has the hype moments and aura. It has the... a brilliant artwork, a brilliant choreography. You know why Gege is benefiting a lot more? You know, like if you're writing a story from the start, you have to explain techniques, you have to do training arc, you have to explain the power scaling system. But he's doing a sequel, he doesn't have to do any of that shit.
He skips ahead.
Like, we already know all that stuff.
Yeah, he skips ahead. It's so good, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the best sequels I ever read. And he's like, who are you? Because he instantly knows this is a massive power difference. And boom! Slammed to the wall. Look at this freaking aura, my guy. He's dripped out. My Rika's sick. Hey, do you know what?
She whacked him. She blitzed him.
Shit. And do you know what's funny?
Shit, is the physics not affecting Rika?
Nah, do you know what it is? They imbued his body with cursed energy on top of his heavenly restriction. So that's why Rika didn't just merging with his body means, yeah, he has the power of Toji plus the power of Yuta. Maybe not Yuta, but like, you know. Think about how powerful he and remember when Yuta faced Yuji, Yuta applied a little amount of cursed energy onto his fist and he just smashed him up. He can break cars instantly. Now imagine someone that has heavily restriction. Do you know how broken that is? Bloody hell! And who are you supposed to be? I appreciate you helping, but don't talk so freely. Gee, is that cheeky? I'll tell Yuta in heaven. Oh, that's funny as heck. Are you even the type who gets to go to heaven? You're seriously pissing me off. That's funny, man. It's funny because I don't remember.
I think next chapter. What Yusuf? Do you think? I think next chapter is gonna be half and half again, or do you think they're gonna continue this fight because the Dabura chapter would be his secret technique against Mahoraja, right?
I think Mahoraja will die.
Yeah, I think next chapter is Maru vs Rika.
We still don't know what the binding vow was, but you're telling me it's to make Mahoraja go quicker, innit? But I don't buy that yet. But we don't know what her binding vow is yet, and I don't know. I think if Mahoraja dies, I think something will happen to Rika. I mean, something will happen to Yuka, or there'll be some final thing, and he might come right before the binding vow happens.
Yusuf Chat's asking a question.
What happened?
Sunny said, and our channel member Let Me Smash said, "Don't you feel like Modular is a prequel to a bigger story?" Like they want another story.
I was saying that because
look, chat. Obviously, I'm gonna want that. I'm gonna say this right now.
I agree with that.
Modulo's already been ranked the #1 worldwide on most read manga, like new manga and sequel, right? And they're printing money, yeah. They're gonna see that $1 billion from Gojo vs Sukuna movie. They're gonna tell Gege, bruv, you know that Modulo, that was a prequel, wasn't it? And he's gonna say, nah, it wasn't. It's a full story. And they're gonna say, it was a prequel, wasn't it?
They're gonna lock him up in the dungeon.
You one more time.
They're gonna lock him up and make him write more. They're gonna chain him up. No, but honestly, I was thinking it was. Do you know why? Because there's only 10 chapters left. I'm not 10 chapters. I'm thinking like a couple of.
There's only 14.
Yeah, 14, 15 chapters left, right? Right. I mean, that's a lot. Don't get me wrong. This is only right now. We're only like 15 chapters in, so we're halfway through. And I can see that, I can see it. But yeah, if you're going to include Mahito, because Mahito was teased to us, you're going to include Yuji, because Yuji again was teased to us. How are you going to have that in the 14 chapters? How? Unless this is a prequel to a sequel, to another sequel. I don't know, it just makes sense.
No, but Yusuf, come on, we said the same thing about, like, we couldn't believe how much he's developed the story in 16 chapters.
Yeah, that's why I do believe he can rush it, and not rush it, but add more in the last 15 chapters, but... And 50% in, feels like it's been a whole story already. I know a lot about Maru. I know about his planet. I know a lot. Everyone's fleshed out. There hasn't been any my guy Gege has been going in. Yeah, so I can see it happening in 15 chapters. But I want more. Maybe I'm being greedy here, but I want more. I want Yuji and Mahito to fight. I want Yuji's conclusion. I want Yuji and to train him getting close to Megumi, him getting close to Yuka, train them to and train Maru and try and Dabura them to work together. I want the discontents coming from planet freaking whatever.
Oh, you want a training arc? I don't think he's gonna have a time for that.
Yeah, but I want it, and I want them. I want the next big villain to be the discontents. Because logically speaking, yeah, like my idea,
the alien.
Yeah, because like he's basically must be pissed off. He's like, bloody hell, you guys disappeared.
You think Yuji's gonna go to their planet on the new arcs? No, but he's run out of curse energy. They said he can't fly anymore. Oh, like that far. They said he can't travel that far anymore.
There might be a technique that can allow that to happen. Yuji can feel it up. I don't know. God knows what they're gonna do. But the reason why I was thinking, look, they can either do two things. They can either end where the Sumerian people, they go back to their planet, and then all of the curses that come from Earth, they move them. They can migrate them. There's a portal that migrates to that planet, and they can. And no one, the idea of curses this ends because curses are gone right into another planet. They're being worshipped.
Yeah, you're right. They definitely need to address the idea of curse energy.
Because Kenjaku's question.
What happened to that story arc?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That needs to be addressed. That's the only gripe I had with JJK. Like in the end.
Yeah, they left that plot point.
Yeah, like what the curses. My guy, I can't lie. Geto was onto something. He was trying to say, let's get rid of the monkeys because once you get rid of the monkeys, everyone can control the curse energy and no more curses. And no more deaths, no more like sad shit happening.
Because then this, because then otherwise this perpetual cycle will just continue.
Yeah.
Maybe Yuji will break the wheel with Yuka and all these guys by figuring out the research on that woman left him in the book on souls.
I think he is. That's why he told Iori.
You think that's what he's doing right
Yeah, that's
now?
why he said don't bother. He said don't bother getting strong because what's the
goal? I'm gonna figure out getting rid of.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I get it. Look, to be born with your father being strong is only good.
Oh,
yeah, you get it. He's trying to get.
Yusuf, did we just clock it?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna get rid of
curses.
curses.
Wants to figure out how to get rid of curse energy.
Yeah,
because then he can finally die. He won't be immortal anymore.
It's a double benefit.
Oh shit!
It's a double benefit because he's cursed as well.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But I don't know if they're gonna get rid of curse.
Die.
You think they're gonna get rid of curse energy? They might though, because then because the people won't be hunted as well. They have to address that. There are people being hunted by other nations because they have curse energy.
Getting rid of curse energy will solve all the problems. Even it'll fix Tokyo.
No.
The whole idea
no, that's not true. That's not true. Getting rid of curse energy will cause curses to exist. Having everyone learn curse energy, how to manipulate curse energy will stop curses. So that won't solve all problems. That'll make it worse. Unless, they find a way to move all the curses whenever they're formed to another world where they can live peacefully. But the problem is human beings without curses, right? And Geto wanted to kill all of them because they are the problem. Unless everyone become curse users. So if Yuji get rid of curse energy, it'll be actually a bad thing. Unless they have a solution for the curse monsters. You understand? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this might be a way, the Sumerians might be a blessing in disguise. If you get rid of cursed energy, that'd be a good thing, right? Because then everyone can be human. But then all the monsters that come from negative energy, they can all just be flooded into the world of the Sumerian people, and they can worship the gods and be happy. And they can communicate with them. They won't die. They can deal with them the way they want to deal with them.
Yusuf Ali Funk in chat said, "Are we assuming that Maru Suguri fight is happening ahead of Yuka and Dabura?" No, I think they're happening at the same time. I think Maru versus Maru fight happened first because they started fighting and she was still on the fight.
Maru's happening before Yuka. That's why I'm saying Yuka. They can come together. They can come.
The Maru fight is happening before this Dabura fight started because remember they started fighting and she was still on the flight.
Yeah, let me show you where it happened. It happened right here. Look, they're together right here.
It's not happening at the same time.
It happened before.
Maru's fighting first.
It's the way it's directed.
That will explain how they would have time to save her, right?
Yep, 100%. I think it happened. I think right before she dies, or right before her binding vow gets initiated, they'll come.
Yeah, that was a good question. What other questions are there?
I like AOF. He said Leori or Iori is gonna show up at the end with a new disaster to force a new age of sorcery. Imagine he turns evil, but that's kind of sad. You think he's actually evil? Yuta mock his kid as evil.
I don't think Iori's evil. I think he had good intentions.
But he got tricked.
Yeah, I think you can have good intentions and a bad result happens.
Yeah. I don't want him to be evil. I want him to just be depressed and sad, and maybe he's thinking of a new way. But I don't want him. I don't know. But it's a good question. Why did he just become a deadbeat? Yeah. So it's kind of suspicious. Very suspicious. Anyways, Terawav said Yuji is going to show up no matter to protect Yuka, because if Dabura wins, he kills Yuka, or Mahoraja wins, he kills Yuka. And we all know Yuji isn't going to stand by. I don't know. You think Yuji cares? I mean, I think he does. I hope he does. But, like, I don't know. Like, I want him to care about these kids, because these are the last remnants of his best friends, innit? I mean, Nobura's still alive, but like, still.
Wait, say that again, Yusuf?
I'm like, do you think Yuji cares about Maru and Yuka? I think he does a little. He should, innit? That's his, like, your buddy's friend, your buddy's grandkids.
Obviously.
And he's probably feeling kind of responsible. Like, like you tell me, after telling a guy's father saying it doesn't matter, you think he's not gonna be responsible for that? I think he can.
I think that's it for today. Is there anything else?
I want to ask
how
how.
She's starving.
Alright, let's go. I was gonna ask the last question. How do you think that the brain cancer is gonna be healed? Do you think she's gonna be healed?
I think they have to fix the soul in it, the shape of the soul.
So Mahito has to come and fix it. Oh, Yuji can do it.
I still don't understand why there's not a new 6 eyes. Is it because Tengen don't exist anymore? So fate has changed.
That's why I understood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the 6 eyes. Well, 6 eyes and infinity together. Yeah, was tied to Tengen. I don't know if it's
Yeah, I think Tengen don't exist. People are saying Yuji will become the new Tengen, but I don't think that's what Yuji wants. I think Yuji wants to die. If I was in Yuji's position and I was writing the story, I would say this guy would try to figure out how to become mortal. Because that's the irony, right? Yuji's the most humane, sympathetic character. Like, Nobara literally said he's big and strong, but he's so sensitive.
But also,
if I was in Yuji's shoes, I would say, I need to figure out how to get rid of curse energy, because I want to die, man. Like, I think immortality is a curse in any.
But the reason Tengen lived forever was because he was needed. His barrier technique was needed because of curse energy. I'm sorry, because of people cannot like Japan. Like, the problem is Japan, right? Japan have the people that can't control the curse energy. They let out a lot of the curse energy, let out a lot of negative energy, and therefore Tengen was necessary for the barrier and the optimization of, you know, his resistance is important. Yuji's not doing that because they found a replacement for Tengen's barriers, but I don't think Yuji's like will evolve. I think you're right. I think he's just gonna. He wants to die. The series is gonna end with Yuji's dying, and he's gonna finally have his dream of a good death. That's how I imagine the last panel. He's finally in bed, and and he got a funeral. Everyone's around him, and the younger generations around him, and that's why I want him to train.
And it's not just the aliens will be around him too.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want him to train Yuka and Tsurugi, trains Maru and
that's the ending. That's my prediction.
And his
my prediction of the ending
100%.
is that Yuji's gonna finally die, surrounded by all the Sumerians
and Lumerians and
all these
humans,
generations, and they're gonna like say he was a
and that's and their relationship is gonna be built, because the reason why I want him to save Yuka and then train and then bigger threat to happen. Like, I want the discontents to be a bigger threat, because that will allow a relationship development to happen. The Yuka's relationship, Tsurugi's relationship will be more tied into Yuji's, and they'll be his friends and people who care about Yuji. Because right now they don't know Yuji, they don't care about him. I mean, on that level, they just know that, oh, that's Grandpa's friend. But Yuji has to die with people that care about him. You know, that's how I want to see Yuji's death, man. I really want to see that happen. I can't be happy until that happens.
Oh, Sarav in chat said, would he meet Sukuna when he's dead? I think he'll meet Mahito and school him.
Imagine he meets Mahito. He says hi, friend. It's been a while, hasn't it? Nah, Mahito, I want him to come back and they have one more fight, and then he busts him up. Hey, Pokemon Star, $5, man.
Hokage, he said, do you think is it Sugiri? It says Tsurugi.
Tsurugi.
Sugiri does he have all? No, he has any restrictions.
No, he's saying that because of Rika, and the answer is no. All that Rika does is give him more curse energy, but he knows curse techniques, guys. Remember,
she would have curse tools because she's a storage space.
Yeah, and also all the curse techniques that my guy Yuta was using was actually stored in her. That's a good question, actually. Oh shit, that's a great question. My guy's cooking. Hey, Pokken Master.
Shit. My technique is curse technique storage.
Yeah, because she can hold the technique and he can pull out and use it. But and they worked hand in hand, so he was able to copy them, store it in Rika, and then pick it out whenever he wanted. So maybe she can dish it out. Imagine that. That'd be mental. Another thing I realized is that even if she didn't, even if she doesn't have everyone else's technique, Rika, being a fuel of curse energy, allows Tsurugi to use all of his other techniques. Because people don't remember, and people don't understand that this boy is such a legend, where he's able to use curse techniques. And how he does it, he draws the curse energy from his tools and then performs a simple domain and all of that shit. So he knows some techniques, you know. He's not that. He's kind of like well versed. So I'm kind of interested to see how this works out. But imagine every technique that she absorbed that Sukuna's freaking cleave and dismantle.
She's literally the queen of passes.
In it. That'd be sick. I think that's it now.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
That was really fun. I'm actually starving. I'm gonna faint.
Yeah, guys. We're gonna have to script this chapter next, so we're gonna call it a day now. All right. Much love. Safe. Peace.
Thank you guys for joining.